Hey, welcome to Fear, Force, and Mind Control. I know the intro was very funny because I literally welcomed you here, addressing the issues I'm going to tell you about. Well, every individual here, yes, I'm pretty straight to the point, so bear with me, alright? And thank you for bearing with me. Every individual is forced and mind controlled through fear. Now, a human is very, very, very powerful, and hence, for any mind controlled system like one on earth, for it to work out, we are put in fear. Fear basically meaning the fear of not attaining something. Now, once again, if I have to elaborate much further and give you a very brief detailing about this, what I mean is when there is lack, when there is not enough, the societal freedom, the collective, did I say freedom? I'm sorry, fear. Um, the societal collective fear of you really need to go in a subconscious level to honestly see every single level that you are being controlled, manipulated, and you're almost pushed into doing something. There's a funny thing that goes on where you are given two choices and you're asked to choose from it, therefore making it feel like you have freedom. Imagine when you can choose from innumerable things. You would be given two choices and asked to choose between A and B. And now you think that you have so much freedom that you can choose. But behind that, you do not see how limited your choice is and that you have to choose from the given choice. Probably both the choices now benefiting whoever has laid out the choice for you. If you do not get anything at all, let me tell you this. Now, when something scares you, when you are in fear, when you are not in your power, you have completely given out your power. What happens is when you are in fear, your vibration goes really, really, really low. Basically, what I mean is you are not in control of your mind and your body and your soul. That's when you really go low. Okay? And when you hit the rock bottom, you completely give out your power. You're like, as I always say, in a metaphysical sense, in a spiritual sense, or even in a psychological sense, however you choose to take it or view it as your choice. Now, when this happens, when your vibration is really low, it's very, very, very easy to manipulate you because when you're in such fear, right? To just give you a small example, I'd quickly like to give you an example of what type of fear I mean. Someone not being able to provide for their family, someone not being able to get the best education, someone that fears not being able to hold a certain social status. Now these things did not come from your soul, neither did you decide all of this growing up or when you were a child or when you were born into this world. It's just that you have been programmed that way to believe a lot of things. Now, fear. One, fear. When you fear things, when you are in this desperate mode of I do not know, I just need to find a way and I would probably give in to anything at this moment to make situation right. That type of fear. And we are completely submerged in fear as a society. Now let me tell you this. When you're in fear, it's easy for whatever you call it, be it a person, be it an authority, be it an institute, be it the government, anything that's so-called a hierarchical system of power that is really trying to take control over you, that forces things, as I said, it helps you to bring out even more fear. And in that desperation mode, you start making choices, you start accepting something, believing that it's for your benefit, but it usually isn't. Okay? Now, a lot of agendas on planet Earth. I refer to planet Earth always, and I said I will let you know why I refer to Earth or planet Earth always. Because we are not just an intelligent life form that lives on this planet. There are much more broader perspective civilizations and life forms out of this planet as well, right? So now we must understand this. A lot of agendas, a lot of things, the projects, I mean on a governmental level or anywhere, that that just comes out saying it's for your own good and you trust it. Why would you trust something that you can't even see? Why would you trust a government that's so unstable within yourself? How do you think stable minds, I mean, you actually think these are stable minds that's making stable choices for you? Because you wouldn't go question them, and you are just sitting there accepting every single thing that's thrown at you because you're fearful, and you think someone's rescuing us. Lie. All right, that's how when you're in fear, you're taken advantage of, and there are things forced at you. Now let's say something is for your protection and it's forced at you. You have a lot of examples from recent days if you can really understand what I'm talking about. And then another form of manipulation and mind control is the media, the television. I'm talking about, that's one of the main thing. Everyone says throw the television out of your house or wherever it is. There are multiple mediums of receiving information, the authentic information. When you sit there watching the news media, I'll tell you what happens. A human being is very, very, very powerful. Just that you have been so dumbed down to think that you're not that powerful, right? Now imagine, when whatever you give your energy to will manifest. Hence, a certain news is played on every channel, every live stream, everywhere at the same time, with different patterns and colors on it, therefore hypnotizing people. And when this comes out, you all are watching, this thing, and it manifests. How do you think something is got to manifest for the whole human collective? You receive it, you give it power, you watch it, you experience it, you accept it. Hence, that reality plays out. It does. And that's why you need to withdraw as much as you can from these things called news, which is mostly horrible stuff. You don't even know if it's authentic information. You don't know where it comes from. Sometimes it's not even true. Remember, if I said something like, oh, there's going to be, God forbid, none of those things happen, but oh, there's going to be an earthquake tomorrow, and then this thing is broadcasted everywhere in the news channels for everyone to watch, and everyone's sitting and watching in that anticipation. They're already experiencing the fear, and they're already planning what to do when this happens, and hence they've lived it in a different reality, and hence they help that create that reality. Anytime you feel an awareness coming by, like something at this time is going to happen, and you sit there watching it, analyzing it, feeling it, giving it all your energy, what happens? It ends up manifesting. Somehow it's our own fault, but we do not know about it, right? This is a simple thing. I mean, fear. A lot of media broadcasts fear-based news. Hence, then there is a measure which is called, first you're giving the problem and then you give a solution, and the solution is usually to make sure a certain agenda plays out. Be aware. When you're aware, you can make changes. When you're aware, you can make choices, therefore taking what is right for you. You cannot be forced into doing anything. A divine human being is not less than a God himself or herself, because we are God fragments within. And the time we start drifting from our soul and start listening to the external, can you imagine? You sit here as a divine being, you sit here as a life form, you sit here as a very, very, very intelligent, brilliant, emotional form of life, of a multidimensional life. In fact, you're not just bound to earth. You're not, and that's a lie. You sit here and imagine there's something so external coming at you at all times, and you are only going to believe and give in to this external chattering, what about you? Aren't you like a robot? You're running on automation. You need to unplug from a lot of things. That's where the divine human power lies. I really, really, really hope this helps you, and I'm sending you nothing but love. We must end our ignorance. This is time. This really is the time. And this has been the most awaited, amazing opportunity for human life on earth. We're so conscious, we're so intelligent. Somehow our connection to the higher source has been cut out by the external chattering. We need to let go of it if we really must embrace the love, the light, the compassion, everything for the whole society. If you want to see that happen, we must make the necessary choices. I really hope this gets to you. I really hope this gets to you. And in whatever way you can make your own choices. I love you. Sending you all the love, all the peace. Have an amazing one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.